Welcome back to Soil Doctor, where we dig deep into what makes your garden thrive. Today, we're exploring something I'm passionate about: building soil organic matter and humus, the living heart of productive soil. This isn't just gardening advice, it's about creating a thriving ecosystem beneath your feet. Let's transform your soil from depleted to dynamic together. Soil organic matter, or SOM, consists of all the once-living materials in your soil, from freshly fallen leaves to completely decomposed humus. Think of SOM as the foundation of your soil's health. It improves soil structure, retains moisture, provides nutrients, and houses beneficial microorganisms. The dark, complex substance called humus represents the most stable form of organic matter, materials that have been broken down to their most resistant state, sometimes lasting hundreds of years in your soil. This precious material forms slowly through countless microbial transformations and provides long-term benefits that no bag of fertilizer can match. When you build soil organic matter, you're essentially banking carbon and nutrients for your plant's future. A soil rich in organic matter might contain thousands of pounds of nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur per acre, a natural reservoir that slowly releases nutrients as plants need them. This is sustainable gardening at its finest. To build soil organic matter effectively, you need to understand the carbon-to-nitrogen ratio, or CN. This ratio determines how quickly organic materials decompose and whether they temporarily rob your soil of nitrogen or enrich it. Brown, woody materials like sawdust, straw, and fall leaves are high in carbon, typically 50 to 500 to 1, while green materials like fresh grass clippings, kitchen scraps, and manure have much lower ratios, around 15 to 25 to 1. The ideal carbon-to-nitrogen ratio for composting is about 30 to 1, which balances decomposition speed with nutrient availability. Too much carbon and decomposition stalls, too much nitrogen and valuable nutrients volatilize as ammonia gas. In your soil, aim to incorporate both high-carbon materials for lasting structure and high-nitrogen materials for microbial fuel. Layer them like a lasagna, alternating browns and greens to create ideal conditions for decomposition. One of the most overlooked strategies for building soil organic matter is keeping living plants in your soil year-round. Plant roots continuously release carbon-rich exudates, sugars, amino acids, and organic compounds that feed soil microbes and contribute to soil structure. Every time you leave soil bare, you're missing an opportunity to grow organic matter. Implement cover crops in your seasonal rotation. Winter rye, clover, vetch, and buckwheat all excel at different times of year. Even a few weeks of cover crop growth can significantly impact your soil biology. When it's time to terminate these crops, consider using the chop and drop method rather than removing them. Simply cut them at soil level, leaving the roots intact to decompose naturally while forming valuable soil channels. The chopped tops can be left as mulch or lightly incorporated into the surface soil. Nothing builds soil organic matter more effectively than well-made compost. Unlike raw organic materials, compost has already undergone primary decomposition, making it immediately beneficial to soil structure and biology. Apply finished compost at least 1 to 2 inches thick annually, working it gently into the top few inches of soil or using it as a top dressing around established plants. Make your own compost by combining diverse materials: food scraps, yard waste, fallen leaves, coffee grounds, and even paper products. Diversity creates resilient soil food webs and provides a wider spectrum of nutrients and beneficial compounds. Remember that compost quality matters enormously. Well-finished compost should smell earthy, look dark and crumbly, and feel slightly moist but not soggy. If your compost smells sour or ammonia-like, it needs more time or better balancing before application. Each time you till or turn your soil deeply, you're breaking fungal networks and exposing organic matter to oxidation, which accelerates its decomposition. Studies show that conventional tillage can reduce soil organic matter by 50% or more over decades compared to minimal tillage approaches. Instead, adopt a gentler approach. Use broad forks to aerate without inverting soil layers. Try sheet mulching or lasagna gardening to build new beds without disrupting soil structure. When you must incorporate amendments, use a garden fork to gently lift and loosen rather than completely turning the soil. This preserves fungal networks, the living highways that transport nutrients throughout your soil. Building true humus takes patience. This stable form of organic matter develops over years as transient materials cycle through successive waves of decomposition. To encourage humus formation, incorporate materials high in lignin and complex carbons like wood chips, bark, and fall leaves. These materials decompose slowly, contributing to long-term soil structure. Apply biochar, charcoal made specifically for soil application, which can persist for centuries while providing habitat for beneficial microorganisms. Inoculate your soil with mycorrhizal fungi, which produce glomalin, a glycoprotein that contributes significantly to stable soil aggregates and long-term carbon sequestration. Remember, building soil organic matter and humus isn't a quick fix. It's a gardening lifestyle that pays dividends for generations. Your soil is alive, and by feeding it properly, you create a self-sustaining system that grows more resilient each year. If you found this guide helpful, please subscribe to Soil Doctor and share this video with fellow gardeners. Together, we can rebuild our soils one garden at a time. Drop a comment below with your own soil building experiences. I'd love to hear what's working in your garden.